Hello,
Oh.
my name is Marcus, and this is.
Jacques-Antoine Viggiani.
We are a two-person group only. So we did this final project, and we chose expense tracker. You can see here, we chose the fourth one. Now, here is our names and our IDs, and and here the expense tracker wants us to allow users to enter expenses per category: food, clothing, entertainment, and rent. That's our that's what we did for our food category right here. This is our get user expense. Here we have, and we're supposed to track the expenses per week or month. So the user should be able to see their total expenses for a month of their choice, and they also want to include the average for each category and for the year. And we had to indicate the user for the month so that it is lower or higher than the average. I did not mean to do that, but let's ignore that. Also, the report should display the percentage of the expense in percentage. So, I imported a date time calendar and collections from default dict. Here we have class expense. This is our class for expense, and here is our constructor, and this is our things. And here is our helper functions: get valid input and get valid number. We have our menu, so the user can enter an expense, summarize expense, and exit the program. The get user expense is to get the input from the user. So we're going to ask here, enter expense name and enter expense amount with each of these categories right here. And we already have, so while true, we put in a while loop so to make sure that the person enters it correctly. We have a save expense file and we have a summarize expense that allows us to summarize the stuff. All right, so we have amount by category, total spent, remaining budget. By the way, the remaining budget is 2,000, but I already tested it, so it should be different. But now we have the calculate average, and as you can see, we save it in a file called expense.csv. And Jax will explain that what our main function does.
Lastly, our main function is for whichever expense is ever lower or higher than the annual average. So we have a expense tracker and we have set a budget here that is connected to a Excel doc. So we just need to just put the input, and it will show us how far, how well or how bad in the budget are we. Maybe we can also track if we are doing if we put any wrong input, it will tell us to do it again. So that was for that. Let me get it right. Yeah. That's
So yeah, we're gonna run this this expense tracker. We're gonna enter an expense. I'm gonna call this expense 3. Number 3. Spout. Enter. I'm gonna enter $15, and I'm gonna be on entertainment and summarize. So we summarize. This is the summarized user expense. We spent a total of $765 because I tested it before. So our budget remaining is $12,035, and the budget per day was $56. When I enter the month, enter 3 months or 2 months, and as you can see, we have our percentage of expenses by category. We spent 2.61% of our budget on clothing, 91.5% on rent, and 5.88% on entertainment. Of course, we can enter another expense. We'll call this the expense number 4. Enter $50, and we're gonna put it on clothing, and then we can summarize the expense. And as you can see, our budget changed. This is how much money we spent since for the past few months or weeks, or we enter the total number a month. $3, 3 months. Of course, same thing. For our higher than the annual average percentage of the expenses by category. We have clothing, we have rent, and entertainment. And that's it. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
Have a good day.